concentration, mental penetration. Hits me off with paranormal psychic information. Imagine every b-boy and girl in third world nations unite, become one through pure hip-hop meditation. Watch me closely. I'll separate the spiritual from the ghostly. Test the emperor, get struck down like Obi-Wan Kenobi. I am hip-hop, behold me. But no one ever told me that corporate America would attempt to overthrow me. Secretly plant me, grow me, light me up and then smoke me. Got you thinking you're the godfather like Vito Corleone. As an underground artist, my days and nights were lonely. Signed a contract like K-Solo, now everybody knows me. Righteousness oppose me, wicked women don't approach me. I am a player hater, so Craig T. Nelson couldn't coach me. I flipped Animalistics and the critics tried to poach me. Turn a crew of battle cats into pussy cats like Josie. Ooh, don't play me closely, it's the music that controls me. Hip-hop is Mother Earth and in my infancy she holds me. Single parent D, single-handedly shaped and mold me. When they tried to enslave me, she trained me how to set my soul free. Bounty hunters capture me, and carbonite they froze me. I am the god Odin, my two sons are Thor and Loki. In the beginning there was the word and the sentence hip-hop wrote me. If you're brave enough to meditate, then come along and show me. Show me. I'm an extraterrestrial MC, and I know some are doubting me. My Han Solo fighting style I call Millennium Falconry. I change shapes and mind states through the use of mental alchemy. I climb the Tower of Babel and threw rappers off the balcony. My culture showers me, the microphone overpowers me. Separates me from rappers who use actions that are cowardly. That's how it be, hip-hop amazes me, worship, praises me. Resembles, favors me, allows me many ways to freak. 7 styles for 7 days a week. Allows me to transform like Soundwave and give up more tapes than Laserbeak. The things you seek in life, hip-hop provides you. Override you, let the spirit of hip-hop get up inside you. It was a shoulder to lean on when I had one to cry to. Help me pick up the pieces, made me hot enough to fly crews that tried to fly through, jacking me for all my faculty. Half of these MCs are lost in space like Dr. Zachary. I jetted for the goal line, A&Rs kept trying to tackle me, sack me and grapple me. I was too righteous of an athlete. At first I was alone, now there's 1,000 kids in back of me. Finally got a deal and now the CIA is tracking me. I didn't mean to do it, socialism just came naturally. I think it's time to meditate my sentiments exactly. In a world filled with pestilence and hatred, some say we'll be rescued by spaceships. I stay away from crooks and study books by the ancients. When the world gets too crazy, hip-hop helps me escape it. No gravity, I'm weightless, brought from poverty to greatness. Create this, I bake this, kick back and smell the fragrance. One love, one blood, I got rhymes buried in my platelets. You can state this, grace this, place this with emphasis, no end to this. Flow spots like Islamic fundamentalists. Degenerate rappers I'm smashing, attacking with a passion. A&R bashing, rip through lyrics built on fashion. Now imagine, you just want a trip around my way. Full transportation, all expenses paid. I've never been a player, just the one who got played. Now my style kills more kids than Roe versus Wade. Don't be afraid, just join us on this hip-hop meditation. When you encounter evil spirits, release hip-hop and let it chase them. And place them over here, forget the clothes that you be wearing. My style is mad freak, I freak it, don't you go comparing. Your weekly shopping sprees versus my bargain basement shopping. Your religion versus my black magic concoction. Taekwondo and boxing, roving soldiers to my locksmen. Your biodegradable rhymes to my lethal toxins. Rhyming is a gift and not an option. I gave birth to more styles than half of you MCs got through adoption. Be careful of the lyrics and the rhymes that you be dropping, cause while we meditate, the whole universe is watching.
This uplifting cinematic experience.
I've got something important to tell you, man.
The big story is...
Dig this and dig it deep.
What if I had the power to gather all of my favorite MCs with the illest comic book characters and they became arch enemies? Inconceivable, unbelievable, yet as wild as it seems, the Emperor and Stan Lee would coach the two opposing teams. Keep it clean, no bats, no gats, guns, or interference. Comic book characters would go head up with raw lyrics. Now I take Whoever might be on break from doing tours, and have them sign up for the last Emperor's secret war. Sure, for that kind of capacity, we need a crazy large arena that might stretch from West Philadelphia to East Medina. If I'm able, I'd put it on pay-per-view through my label and give free tickets to my neighborhood bums with no cable. Yeah, that sounds fat. Now that we've squared away the propositions, let's begin with the ultimate tough man competition. Set it off, it's the fight of the century. KRS and Professor X would battle each other mentally with rhymes. These two team captains waste no time. Charles Xavier tried to invade Chris Parker's mind. He shot a cerebral probe at Chris's mind, but he missed it. Professor X taken out by the Blastmaster's metaphysics. Round 2, new fight, word to life, you gotta see this. Locked in Mortal Kombat is Dr. Strange and the Genius. Yeah, son, he's no match, let that grafted wizard have it. My liquid sword slashes straight through Dr. Strange's magic. Another hero down, and now the score is 2-0. By words from the Genius, and he's still my rhyming hero. Now the next fight was conducted in a rough-like manner, specifically between Reggie Noble and Dr. David Banner. Or should I say the Incredible Hulk when he's amped off the gamma? Well, Reggie Noble soon became the Incredible Redman and slammed him. You know how Redman gets when his adrenaline starts pumping. Started skitzing in the ring, so then the Thing tried to jump in. Ben Grimm leaps into the ring, and after Redman he lunges, but Reggie Noble dropped him with 2 bricks and he punches. Rhymes by the bunches, bums get dirtier than Middle Eastern dungeons. Ready to set this like Detective Columbo in his hunches. While the refs clean out the ring, cause the last fight was so intense. Let's do a live interview with the brother named Common Sense. Yeah, it's Common Sense. A nice man tried to freeze me, so I took him to Chicago and told him to take it easy. He couldn't see me with my Applejack hat and high tops. Colossus and Cyclops, I got no idea why not. But look at Common Sense, yo, that last album was tight. Let me get back to the ring and evaluate the next fight. Now the next fight had to be the craziest of all times. We got Dr. Octopus
versus the mighty Buster Rap.
Doc Ock versus Buster? Man, that stuff is dead. He'll get his 8 arms ripped off going up against the Dread.
Aha, now Dr. Octopus, who you think you grabbing? The God could never lose, so you know it will never happen. Lyrically making me sleepy, you'll need a nap when I slap you with my dreads. Lights out, you'll kiss the canvas.
Before my eyes, I see the demise of another superhero. Next up is Roscos versus Magneto. Now anything goes when Magneto battles foes, but Roscos had him shivering, delivering ultramagnetic blows. Magneto is now deceased, and a wise man said it best. The sun rises in the east, but they can still set it in the west. And with all these heroes down, Stan Lee refuses to surrender. He got stormed from the X-Men as if I couldn't match the gender. Stan Lee shouts,
Excelsior!
Yo, Stan, you best to chill.
There's no match for Storm.
I guess he's never heard of Lauryn Hill. Now we all know Storm controls the temperature and weather. Started running off at the lip, and El Boog was like,
whatever.
See, she just got home from tour, she's a bit too tired to spar. So she clocked Storm over the head with my man Wyclef's guitar. All silence has ceased, out of nowhere comes the beast. Versus J. Rue the Damager, the Black Prophet from the east. Releasing rhymes that will pound you into the ground, there'll be no round 2. Another victory for hip-hop by the dirty rotten scoundrel. Now the underground sewer system that lies deep below the ring is where the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and DOS Effects do their thing. Leonardo and Donatello, they well know that we can do this.
So kick it, the crazy Drazy, hit them both with raw sewage.
Now Raphael and Michelangelo, those 2 others who are brothers, book smacked them with the DOS Effects logo, the manhole cover. Whether you're plant or animal, vegetable or miggity mineral, before you step to DOS Effects, you best be hard like a criminal. Taking you back to ringside just when you thought it was over. The last battle was brought forth by G.I. Joe and Cobra. Mercenaries and soldiers, G.I. Joe was rolling thick, but I'll get the military of hip-hop, aka the boot camp clique. World War III for 98, in the wake of all these troops, I could see General Buckshot going toe-to-toe with Duke. Salute the captain for rapping, cause now we know who's hard. Catching wreck like stealing tech up against the Crimson Guard. Charging after you, smashing you, metaphorically bashing through the entire Joe team is OGC and Ruck the Irrational. Then all of a sudden I hear this real loud crack.
The military Punisher, Big Rock just broke roadblocks back.
Adding insult to injury to Stan Lee and his team. We've got Weapon X from Canada, aka Wolverine. You know the routine, his claws can rip rappers for days. But here comes the Method Man, aka Johnny Blaze. Wolverine, you can't hang when Tikal does his thing. Paralyze you with the venom from the Method Man's fang. This is the final battle as the stratosphere gets darker. We got Nasir Jones versus Peter Parker. Nasty Nas, the halftime headringer versus the web slinger. Illmatic versus Radioactive in the rotten apple with a dead linger. He cursed the day that Spider ever bit him and gave him a copy of the second LP it was written. For all up and coming MCs, I've got a question. If I made a Secret Wars Part 2, would your name even be mentioned? Would you make the final cut? I make the nicest give their titles up, writing rhymes / fighting crimes like the Blue Falcon and Dynamite. Stick around for the next battle / adventure. And if you see Stan Lee, tell him the last emperor sent ya. Sent ya, sent ya. This is my career and conflict is just a job risk. No stopping this when I build rhymes like an Egyptian obelisk. Watch me get down to your province, town, or populace. And my life rhyme is prime, possess the matrix like Optimus. Now you'll get framed like a diploma in your spiritual coma. I'm a black more like Othello, but I won't die for Desdemona. Owner, diamond studded mic, walk on a stage of solid marble. Leave the flyest MC startled and yell Shazam like Captain Marvel. Are you aware of the fact that I left mankind devastated? And they still look for the blueprints of the monuments that I've created. See the gods lie, don't compare my hard drive to your floppy disk. Chicago to Gotham City, New York to Metropolis. From city streets to Athens, Greece, from the pyramids to the Acropolis. My final resting place will be a solid gold sarcophagus. But what I can understand is how these foolish humans use the mic to their advantage and get lost like the city of Atlantis. You're a long way from Kansas, and this is more than just black chrome. You gotta be fresh, yes, and never talk in a whack tone. Cause once I got you in my attack zone, you could click your heels 3 times like Dorothy and couldn't get back home. So drop the mic and save those whack rhymes for later. Cause my battles leave more broken arrows than Christian Slater. May the force be with you. It's true, nothing in life is coincidental. The emperor is monumental. For mortal men who pretend they never knew me. For these MCs thinking that they can do me. For the simple things in life that suit me. The dead ancestors that speak through me. For mortal men who pretend they never knew me. For these MCs thinking that they can do me. For the simple things in life that suit me. The dead ancestors that speak through me. Breaker one-niner. It's the democratic socialist rhymer. On stage I keep out invaders like the Great Wall of China. My style transcends where the divine starts and man ends. Understand friends, colleagues, comrades, companions. Los compañeros erect stone temples like pharaohs. Central American Zapatista, rough bandolero. The empire builders must construct societies. That's the difference between my spirit and the man that deceives. The individual to the masses, imperialist and fascist. Titanium and plastics, alkalines and acids. From the cradle to the casket, fantastic stories are told. Stolen maps are sold, leading to hidden cities of gold. Hold your ancient art form sacred, let not the 85 forsake it. Hitler's army saw it in 1945 and tried to take it. Infiltrated and break it, no substitutes nor replacements. I've got a stargate leading to other dimensions in my basement. Harness the energies of the mind to design thought-powered spaceships. My crew builds on political science and international relations. Feed off sunlight when the earth grows void of vegetation. Attack the UN like the Klingons to the United Federation. Fully operational, mobile, global, and intercontinental. The emperor is truly monumental. For mortal men who pretend they never knew me. For these MCs thinking that they can do me. For the simple things in life that suit me. The dead ancestors that speak through me. For mortal men who pretend they never knew me. For these MCs thinking that they can do me. For the simple things in life that soothe me. The dead ancestors that speak through me. When worlds collide and are destroyed by earthquakes and tremors, what I build serves as a culture for generations to remember. From the cold-hearted to the tender, any ethnicity or gender. Slaves to a higher power, you gain freedom when you surrender. Ben Stilo, save the gangster talk for Quentin Tarantino. I get deeper than those 20,000 leagues on Captain Nemo. So abort the mission or get played out of position. Never let technology override this oral tradition. I'm a rather odd man, here to carry out the God's plan. While you try to be large, I say camouflage like Zartan. I don't rhyme just to cash checks, but to create new aspects. Blacks and Latinos are really Kemites and Aztecs. Some voices got treble, some voices got bass. The emperor's got the voice that be all up in your face. Now some MCs drop one single and vanish without a trace. Call me Lord Vader, the baddest black man in outer space. Mechanically rhyme prone, any MC or time zone. Hard rocket broken up into small pieces of limestone. To put it plainly, modern forms of psychology can't explain me. There's no man-made religion that can contain me. See, I realized in the mind is where each man must build his holy temple. Now that's the true meaning of monumental. For mortal men who pretend they never knew me. For these MCs thinking that they can do me. For the simple things in life that soothe me. The dead ancestors that speak through me. For mortal men who pretend they never knew me. For these MCs thinking that they can do me. For the simple things in life that soothe me. The dead ancestors that speak through me. Monumental.
I'm just a prisoner. Oh, no. I'm just a prisoner. I'm just
brain. Ground still wet from the cold hard rain. Living in the city, know the streets by name. Take a walk with me, come and feel my pain. See what I see, come and get my glimpse. Dig a little deeper than the media clips. Underneath strugglers and the hardships. Two big hustlers, big time pimps. Now look at little Mike, I heard he lost his dad. Drank a lot of liquor, made his liver turn bad. Now I see him out there serving that yak. Will he even live to be a high school grad? Or see that lady named Old Miss Givens, who used to serve lunch to the homeless children? Worked a lot of overtime, still got evicted. Spent the last dollar on a lottery ticket. I witnessed this from behind my gates. Totally determined to decide my fate. Food for thought when I'm saying my grace. I wonder if I ever will escape this place.
I'm just a prisoner.
Now I done seen a lot of things in this town. Cried me a river like the tears of a clown. Made me familiar with the sights and sounds. To hit you with the rhythm, so you gotta get down. Shake off the blues to forget my past. Forget that I'm a prisoner, but still I'm trapped. Stack a little cash, have a little stash. Either rich or poor, ain't no middle class. Man, I'm trying to get it any way I choose. Come around the way and walk a day in my shoes. Same neighborhood where I paid my dues. And you can see the homies on the late night news. Why they out thugging trying to fire them guns? Don't they realize that they mamas need sons? Losing their lives like it's gotta be done. Young black male that society shuns. If everything we do is so clean and so fresh, then why we become such a people oppressed? You say you don't care, hey to you I guess. It's a living nightmare, but it's where I rest.
I'm just a prisoner.
Now prison is a place full of cold hard facts, where even the innocent might get trapped. Run down housing overcome by crack, and teachers can't even get a good contract. If it ain't the cats doing they hard bids, or the mamas out working on the graveyard shifts. If it ain't the artists who display our gifts, then tell me who the hell is gonna save our kids. Preacher man, tell me, can it get any worse? Don't the Lord love us, or we really just cursed? With the hunger and thirst while I'm saying my grace, I pray for the day we can escape this place. Yeah. Shortly before Thanksgiving, I got the call. She said Jamal Derrick is no longer living. Softly she spoke, is this a joke? Man, you gotta be kidding. As my question was raised, this explanation was given. A meaningless death made me question the meaning of life. Does my body remain at rest like when I'm sleeping at night? Will I burn in eternal hell or will I find paradise? Be rejected or resurrected like the body of Christ? Is it like purgatory, the story described by the Catholics? Or nirvana that Buddha sought in both theory and practice? Like I studied in my college philosophy classes, or do my molecules and atoms travel back to the gases? I mean, what I'd like to know is where's my spirit go after the curtains close on my final show? Is there a pain it brings? Enjoy my favorite things? Visit ancient kings, hear the angels sing. Who'll answer these? Said the great MCs. My man Grimmel's battling a debilitating disease. He said, you see, a brother like me is willing to fight, and every time I question death, my only answer is life. Nigga, fight.
It pain. Last month I endured, but now I can't ignore. Feels like railroad spikes being stuck in my liver. Am I dying? Eyes crying, body starting to shiver. Crawl upstairs from the basement, calling my sister. Dawn, help me, I ain't feeling too healthy. Stomach walls burning, head spinning and turning. Waiting for the EMS, 3:10 in the morning. Rush me to emergency, screaming like a newborn. The pain's too strong, maybe my soul's trying to move on. They hooked me to the IV, put me through some x-rays. Gave me Demerol to kill the pain, that was the next phase. Early the next day in a hospital room. Moms and pops in the room, 3 or 4 docs in the room. Test results suggest your colon and your liver is so cancerous. You got 3 months left. Me and death is playing chess. Ever since then, my strength is the most high. My fam and close friends. The last imp been set free. Bless me with a verse. Staying healthy comes first. Look at me, things could be worse.
At times I feel old, like I'm going out of style, so I turn down the music on my FM dial. I beg of you to come and listen for a while and look at this wonderful world through the eyes of a child. This is my chance to escape today, and I don't want to see my dreams chased away. Inside the palace gates is where I stay, cause the world is no longer a safe place to play. It's like the story of the little wooden boy who wanted to live the life that every child should enjoy. I heard it once or twice before. The world is yours for you to explore. I heard my calling as a child and I answered it. When I grow up and finally get my chance to fit, I'll be the sort of man that you can't forget. I used to stare up at the sky on my camping trip in this quiet night of quiet stars and quiet chords on my guitar. Kids out there, I know it might be hard, but I realize how live you are. One day I'll travel from the east to the west to tap into the hidden strength that all men possess. I'll always be young, see, a young mind is fresh, and it's clear my memories will one day disappear unless... Do you remember? Yes, I remember. Do you remember? Some say the price of life has a costly amount. When it comes to fights, I might have lost me a bout, but I never lost my head, cause that would cost me a scalp. So when my heart became cold like the Austrian Alps, I used to use my aggression just to hurt mics. In '86, my whole crew was into dirt bikes, like a GT Predator or a mongoose. Listen as I ride the rhythm and let the rhymes loose. This is what makes my life surreal. I'll take my chances and spin the wheel. I can't wait to grow up so I'll know the deal. But right now I'm a child and this is how I feel. My younger days seem sort of tragic despite I learned to unify the pen and pad with the mic. I might weave a little bit of magic tonight, cause to me, imagination is the fabric of life.
My rhymes helped me many times growing up. Before keeping it real or the days of blowing up, I put on shows in my room, nobody showing up. I'm just a little guy now, but when I'm old enough, one day I'll travel from the east to the west to tap into the hidden strengths that all men possess. I'll always be young, see, a young mind is fresh, and it's clear my memories will one day disappear unless if you in a quiet place, turn your lights down low. Listen close to the voice on your radio show. Now you've openly, unknowingly chose to be invaded by a mystery man you don't know. I play the role of the life rearranger, mysterious style and a smile that hides anger. Women are attracted despite the danger and wanna play Madonna to this beautiful stranger. It's like that, coming right back at y'all again. Into my trap, the fly honeys fall again. A love kindle, you get swindled by the charlatan who brings romance like a harlequin. Authorities hunting me down for years. From every city I leave, a trail of tears. If you scared, you should be afraid, my dear. So stay away from the magician who never reappears. Cause yo, oh no, they got me on the run, away from the sun. Stroll into town like the high plains drifter, mental weightlifter, animal shapeshifter. Old folks say young man, kids say hey mister. Bumped into misfortune, had a date with her. We sang love songs and hip hop tunes that night by the light of the silvery moon. To pass the time I kicked rhymes, the sun came up soon and gave rise to one of the warmest days in June. But ever since my heart was gunned down, I swore I'd never settle myself in one town. So I'm patiently waiting for the sun to go down, to take to the street like Frankenstein unbound and move to and fro, soft and slow. No matter how bad I wanna stay, I got to go. I turn a still life portrait to a picture show, and when I leave they be crying, oh I miss him so. And I know, oh no, they got me on the run, away from the sun, the sun, the sun. For him, love and hate are two things interwoven. The beast within, there is no controlling. Out on a limb, got your heart stolen. You stood there crying and I kept on rolling. Alienated yourself from your family and friends. I skated and skipped town with all of your ends. So when the love commenced, I broke down your defense. Overpowered, devoured by the beast called revenge. Yes, revenge is all that I want, cause some foul woman broke my heart once. Until my wounds heal, I feel that I'm cursed to do the same thing to women all over this earth. I know some women can't see what I'm after. Some women even welcome this attacker. Try to escape, but they even fell faster under the spell of the lonely heart jacker. Oh no, they got me on the run, away from the sun. Over again. For all the women and men. Here we go again. He was a fly young cat, 23 to be exact, ready to conquer the world fresh out of the pack. Comes from a small town, wrong side of the tracks, but somehow he managed to slip through the cracks. He writes rhymes to escape what was awful and evil, walks a fine line between lawful and legal. Seen a lot of bad times, there's a lot of good in him. Been around the world and still got the hood in him. If he carried the tech, would you call him a schemer? If he sounds far-fetched, would you call him a dreamer? Stayed true to himself, so he's not a deceiver. He found a lifetime job in making you a believer. Every now and then, he would stare into space and maybe think about if he had what it takes. He thinks about the hood and why he had to escape, and the family he left in that desolate place. It could be you or me or any man, driving a sports car or a minivan. These are the aspirations of certain men who live the neighborhood only to return again. Come on. I know life around the way is hard. You got a family, they need you, God. The aspirations of certain men leave the neighborhood only to return again. She was a sweet young thing, tender age of 20. Comes from a poor family with no money. 2 children of her own, she never let them go hungry. There she is, alright, you go, honey. Early in life, she had a chance to win, but she chose to put her future in the hands of men. Ever since her first love, she was sure she could handle it, but in the end, all she got was abandonment. Over and over again, they seem to use her, from jerk to creep and from creep to loser. Come on, mommy, who will treat you like a friend? You need somebody. When will the cycle end? Another breakup. You don't really love him, girl. You better wake up. You're in trouble, girl. But in her dreams, she's a queen in another world. Easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. On the runway to Mr. Lover Man's charms. She breaks away from Mr. Lover Man's arms. And just when she was sure she had enough for men, she turns around and falls in love again. Come on. Damn, girl, why you gotta go through this? I watch her stand there emotionless when nobody else noticed it. Oh, the sad songs from the vocalist. Please embrace these stories that have been placed before me. From hatred comes warring, from goodness must come glory. What is it? I wonder. Some honor, some conquer. Different day, same drama. Remember, it is karma. There's an old great couple living right upstairs, mid-70s, seemingly no cares. Always seem happy, I can only guess why, cause they barely getting by off the SSI. Ha! Over the years, their love affair grew. It was meant to be, and somehow they both knew. He said, pray for me and I'll return to you. She waited faithfully during World War II. It was a hard time for a young couple just married, but they held on to the love they both carried. She read his letters telling her to stay strong, and on the phonograph played their favorite song. Yeah, there were times they thought the love wouldn't make it, but like that old record, hard times couldn't break it. An old dusty record that they still hold sacred, and every anniversary I still hear them play it. Yeah. It was an old love affair. Stand strong and they take it there. Ha. Yes, yes, y'all. We'll turn around and one day it's gone. Come on. I see you staying there. Sometimes you gotta take it there. If I could be invincible, I'd
Greet competition with rage. Do work and go berserk when I'm ripping the stage. Igniting and writing rhymes in some ridiculous age. Let's face off like Travolta versus Nicolas Cage. Y'all finally got me to talking tough, ready to bust these suckers that constantly bother us. Oh, yes, just when you thought all was lost and hopeless, one man fights back on the behalf of the oppressed. And I'm so fresh, many say like Tim McVeigh I blow sets. Don't believe me now, you go test and get your flow stretched. Taking all threats and bets, double or nothing, I can match that. And blast raps, turn your Land Cruiser into a hatchback. But that's just the start of it, a small part of it. My rhymes are known to crack bones, rip through your cartilage. You don't want no parts of this. When I start charging and barging in the hard way, I bring the butters, the parquet, and the margarine. 2 minutes past disaster, arguing with the master. What I spit is combined with the same climate of Alaska. After I drop Anchorage, my language is filled with anguish. Ranking kids with their own songs like Weird Al Yankovic. Spin a web of perception and the best can't untangle it. Banging like only the man do, like only I can do. One life to live, but my homies don't live in Landview. After years of jamming and cramming to understand you, we go into war, cause poor people need a champ too. Invincible, weird, or genetically engineered. When I see MCs battling, expect me to interfere. Listen here, this rap game is child's play like hopscotch. Traveling at the slow speed of a foxtrot on my block. We accelerate and celebrate when a cop shot for not giving us the chance to lamp like Flav with a stopwatch. And block shots with just seconds on the shot clock. Sent away from my album deal with 3 cereal box tops. I rock spots and never forfeit a battle on some soft shit. Brothers couldn't get the picture if they ran out and bought it. It's a small 8x10, but I'll turn it into a portrait. Make it rough enough to force Timberland to endorse it. Killing with no remorses, the original, the live erase. Interface with the internet and even flip rhymes in cyberspace. Nightmare on MC Part 5, cut like sharp knives. You got enough rhymes to fill books, I'm filling libraries and archives. Thou art wise like Selassie for trying to gas me. I get nasty on the mic and battle for fame like Bugs and Daffy. While you live trife, I give life to the dead and make a corpse bleed. Flip raps you couldn't catch if you had your inkling set at warp speed. To hell with the money and the fame. Watch me take you out your game, it's the young Jedi that Yoda forgot to train. If I park it, it's not turning, once I spark it, I leave it burning. MCs better start learning, I diss more brothers than Mark Furman.
I got the heavyweight champion. I got the heavyweight champion. Invincible. Invincible. I got the heavyweight champion. I got the heavyweight champion. Invincible. Invincible. I got the heavyweight champion. I got the heavyweight champion.
The last powerful days of another way of life.
Yo, what if I had the power to gather all of my favorite MCs with the illest comic book characters and made them arch enemies? Inconceivable, unbelievable, yet as wild as it seems. The Emperor and Stan Lee will coach the 2 opposing teams. What if I took my love for hip-hop and comics and made it equal and gave the people Secret Wars Part 2, the long-awaited sequel? An animated hip-hop grudge match, I'll make it lethal. How would my favorite rappers perform in the face of evil? I take the RZA from Wu-Tang, yes, the Resurrector, versus Captain America, our nation's oldest protector of homeland security, the top defender, top avenger. He gets dropped and injured when raw hip-hop commences.
Now it gets critical when Bobby Digital crushes Captain America. Perhaps the rest go would have to jump in it too.
But the RZA was too nimble. The Red Skull licked off shots to hit him. RZA then launches the Wu symbol into the New York skyline. Time the Red Skull gets blown apart by the Ghostface Killer alias Tony Starks, aka Iron Man. Ghostini the scientist, the top contender. What other Wu members could I enlist? Who's next to die in this? I would take Master Killer and Golden Arms versus Power Man and Iron Fist. Imagine Blade, the Black Hunter of vampires, going after DMX, the dog from the Rough Riders. I mean, there's no telling how they might react. I've seen how X can bite the track. Would Blade be afraid of fight and then leave with his life intact? Yo, Blade, I think you got me wrong. I ain't that type of cat. And if you trying to step to the dog, I'ma have to bite you back. I saw DMX break him apart, take him apart. He played with the art. I saw X drive a stake through his heart. Another mission accomplished. X came, saw, and he conquered. Buried Blade's body in a shallow graveyard in Yonkers. Imagine after seeing X putting in work, watching the ring, you see the illest pit bull in a skirt, repping the double R, the first lady from Philly, Eve, y'all, versus David Banner's Amazon cousin called the She-Hulk. Jump in the ring and start swinging. I see punches, they're moving in and out. Two femme fatales engaged in a cage match, two-woman bout. A lot of female rappers play but not Eve. They done got Eve knocking chickens out like Layla Ali. Then I see the She-Hulk kiss the canvas. Stanley now gets embarrassed, so his plan is to summon Submariner from Atlantis. For due to include ATL in this war, it's foolishness. I just get ludicrous to settle the score. And any bout of brawl, you're about to fall. I spit alcohol and drown Prince Namor. Actually, he's no match for me. Put him to sleep beneath the sea, and then came Thor. Ludacris and the mighty Thor, the battle I chose. Had Thor swinging his hammer while Chris was throwing them bows. He sent Thor back to Valhalla, made Submariner seasick. Scores a victory for hip-hop plus the DTP click. My battle rapping is war, my raps is hardcore. Imagine a Rockefeller camp versus the Fantastic Four. As I get deep with it, Marvel Comics street lyrics. As we proceed with it, Jay-Z versus Reed Richards. Imagine Mr. Fantastic and Hova going at it. Jigga spits like an automatic. Click, 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 it's over, damn it. Any static from Human Torch, y'all know the procedure. Send a message to Young Memphis, he'll go and defeat him. M-Easy, believe me, Johnny, calling my name out. Come with it, I spit it real cool and out, putting your flame out. Remember, Memphis Secret Wars is a critical world where rappers disappear like a mill in the Invincible Girl. But let's not forget Benjamin J. Grimm. Now, what kind of rapper could Rockefeller get to slay him? I mean, who would step inside the ring? Who would have the right to swing? Enough muscle and might to bring Beanie Siegel fights the thing. Imagine Beanie and Ben Grimm going spit for spit. Beanie Siegel and the thing going brick for brick. Now what I saw was the boy get gully. He messed around and got knocked out by the Broad Street bully. But yo, we got a slight problem as the hobgoblin glides in. I see him dropping bombs on the crowd, so I'll just have to get freeway with the bump shotty. Shot him, firing, knocking him down. Ow. Reppin' the city of Philly, back to the ring when I'm distracted by Joey Crack. Fat Joe knocks out the Kingpin. The Kingpin thought that he could extort Don Cartagena, but not in this Terror Dome, this is Terror Squad's arena. And there's a lot of room for these rappers that I've produced. Keith Murray came home in a hurry to box Dr. Doom. My miscellaneous, instantaneous battle techniques will leave them scarred, courtesy of the Death Squad and LOD. Let's see the crowd's reaction from action, turn up the lights. No doubt it's hype from all these rappers in my house tonight, but live via satellite. Look who's about to fight. From the Brick City, it's the Outsiders versus Alpha Flight. The Jersey Regulators, Young Z versus Vindicator. Rod Digger took out Snowbird with words, yes she served and she slayed her. And later as is in slang tongue with their their pattern of rhyming. Kick back-to-back freestyles that took out Puck and the Shaman. The outs tore it down like they do it on tour. Pace one punched out the Sasquatch and yelled, I declare war. Now it seems World War III is in progress. Of course the Punisher would target the leader from Onyx.
Sticky fingers, I kill rappers while holding my gap. That means I'll slam the Punisher and put a hole in his back. You know how I act. What up? Try your luck, let's see. You finished, I'm in it to win it for the USG.
As you can see, there's no casualties on my team. Me versus Stan Lee is more like man versus machine. I seen Exhibit from the west flying in versus Colossus, X-Man with the iron skin.
Exhibit sucker punch, the Russian could knock you 10, knock the Finn.
There's no choice in my arena, it's either die or win.
This is all that happens if heroes target rappers. Then wouldn't Matt Murdock be going after Marshall Mathers? Would Eminem then use the Daredevil for target practice? Slim Shady maybe Ben Affleck catch wreck and then cause disaster. Somebody find a gurney, I'ma stretch this blind attorney. Bury him alive and burn him. Tell D12 he tried to hurt me. Now this certainly serves as a hideous mix when I call D12 to fight the insidious six. And this fight music produces bumps and bruises as the Scorpion and Rhino fight Conniver and Rufus. Swifty McVeigh slays Mysterio on his illusions. Con artist gave the chameleon some minor contusions. Then I heard this loud sound, at first I thought was a bomb.
No, you idiot. It's just Bizarre versus the Blob.
They went and took the belt from a battle I felt they enjoyed. Back to the 8 Mile where it's wild and held it down for Detroit. Now as the time runs out, Stan Lee is checking the clock. There's room for one last battle. Let's see if y'all feel me or not. My ultimate tag team would be like Biggie and Pac. Stan Lee would get the Black Panther to team up with Juggernaut. Biggie snatched off his helmet, threw it to a fan in the audience, turned to the crowd and said,
Somebody should've gave that man a warning, cause I'ma floor him. This is real, not a performance. I'm the voice, weed smoke helps my endurance.
Yeah, big, still reppin' blocks and BK. I say one of the best who was ever destined to rock. Rhyme sayer and slayer of Xavier's brother Juggernaut. But now, let's not forget the Black Panther and Pac.
Holla if you hear me. Superheroes is trying to kill me. The son of a panther to slam you. Ride with me. It's Stan Lee. I'm sure you remember me. Even in death, my words leave a legacy.
Two hip-hop titans and giants at war when they died. In the afterlife, standing together, fighting side by side. From Marvel to DC to Dark Horse to Image. Bear witness to power of hip-hop. There are no limits to unworthy opponents, heroes, challengers, contenders. These are the last Emperor's secret wars. I'm finished.
In the year 2199, planet Earth was facing extinction. The surface of the Earth became unlivable. People could only survive by moving to underground cities far below the Earth's surface.
Broadcasting live from Ice Station Zebra. I break over beats made to blow out your speaker. The Jim Morrison of hip-hop, nice to meet ya. But where the hell are Rayman, Derek, and Robbie Krieger? The tricks of the trade, get rich and get paid. Launch your career, but your flight's been delayed. I slaughter ballers, send players to their grave, and I'm taking out all you bloodsuckers like Blade. I'm from the city that left the Liberty Bell crack.
the Constitution's release party was held at. Matter of fact, tell your crew to get the hell back, or I'ma eat these cats like that alien from Melmac. To all my backpackers, more rats and slackers, cyber trackers, players, poets and actors. You wanna know what it's like to be down with my team? Like the Centurions, power extreme. Echo leader 1 to echo leader 2. We have an intruder and he's right in front of you. Echo leader 2 to echo leader 1. I've got him in my sights, the meltdown has begun. Freedom fighters in the streets, rock, rock on. If you're rocking to this beat, rock, rock on. Bring the fire and the heat, rock, rock on. In the face of defeat, rock what? Rock on. I've got a suspicious intuition. A new day is dawning, so come on and get with it. Find a more practical, tactical position for these MCs who try to sabotage the mission. While some lay it down, I carry the sound with me. I might play the ground and study who's down with me. In order for this joint right here to sound gritty, we did pre-production in an underground city, wearing post-apocalyptic underground gear, cause we haven't seen natural sunlight in 12 years. I got a sound astronauts can't wait to hear, so I speak loud enough to reach space station Mir. We can take it there, in fact I might order ya. The direction of rap has gotten cornier. It's time to replace the pain with euphoria. Make the crowd jump high like Maasai warriors. I kick back, relax and wind my true nature. Catch wreck like James Bond in Moonraker. Whether flora, fauna, marsupial or mammalia, test the last step and end up a complete failure. Echo leader 1 to echo leader 2. We have an intruder and he's right in front of you. Echo leader 2 to echo leader 1. I've got him in my sights, the meltdown has begun. Freedom fighters in the streets, rock, rock on. If you're rocking to this beat, rock, rock on. Bring the fire and the heat, rock, rock on. In the face of defeat, rock what? Rock on. Echo leader 1, I'm going in, cover me, so we can make the world bounce like it's rubbery. I've got Ivy League college kids loving me. Every rhyme that I write is like assignment discovery. Let me take a few seconds in order to relish the good vibration from the moment that I felt it. I knew I'd break mics that were well bolted and welded, cause I'm hard like taking off the juggernaut's helmet. I may not be the most muscular of men, but my songs are strong with the power to pretend. My job to defend against any man who enters the stage that I call my urban command center. I made it consolidated in just 4 bars. Place your bets and get out your scorecards. My mother always told me to reach for the stars. Now I got the first black-owned business on Mars. From lasers and photons to dragons and giants, the Afar, the Dogon, the Aztecs, the Mayans. If obedience is just as old as defiance, be an echo leader for this rebel alliance. Echo leader 1 to echo leader 2. We have an intruder and he's right in front of you. Echo leader 2 to echo leader 1. I've got him in my sights, the meltdown has begun. Freedom fighters in the streets, rock, rock on. If you're rocking to this beat, rock, rock on. Bring the fire and the heat, rock, rock on. In the face of defeat, rock what? Rock on. Echo leader 1, echo leader 2. Intruder alert and he's right in front of you. Echo leader 2 to echo leader 1. I've got him in my sights, the meltdown has begun. Freedom fighters in the streets, rock, rock on. If you're rocking to this beat, rock, rock on. Bring the fire and the heat, rock, rock on. In the face of defeat, rock what? Rock on.
Well, the big boss is back to attack with the soldiers of sound. High rollers taking over your town. Deadly threat, I confess, when we throwing it down. Any set who want test, go below in the ground. Get your vest, click, clack like I'm holding a pound. I suggest you move now, cause I'm holding the crowd. Prisoner, the prime minister, you all know who's holding the crown. Can't get with us, you can only get down. The mic bender, the whack rapper life ender. My hype temper, cause some of y'all is type tender. The trendsetter, back to cellar and old vendetta. And you can print it in big bold letters that the gangland terminator, the crime scene implicator, the underground resonator, the mob hit designator, the underworld liberator, the do or die demonstrator, the weak rap eliminator, and the underworld undertaker. Now lick a shot for the mafia. Now lick a new shot for the conqueror. My rhyme family goes wherever I go. Those who don't submit are known to get hit with hollow tips. Ripped in half, raw rap is what I show. Put to sleep 6 feet deep, turn into fossils. Let it be known I got the game sewn like Al Capone in Chicago. Yeah, y'all, tell them the motto. The Trench Town Total Wrecker. Crush any no defector. The Rap War Zone Director. The Rude Boy Bone Collector. Master of the murder method. Feared and respected. Forever well connected. You put it together. Now you don't wanna cross paths with the last rap Mafia Don, the true ruler of organized rhyme. I'm equipped with an iron fist, immortalize mine. I insist you play this back like 4 or 5 times. I combine musical murder and street science. I took a vow like Omerta, complete silence, to put it down like the underworld overlord and spit it like it was written by Francis Ford Coppola. Either get down or gun down, tear your whole club down. Violators get rubbed out, assassinated and shut down. Salute the top general, separate the cops from the criminals. Opposition is minimal. Get with us or we'll get rid of you. We are the young black explorers. No country is safe when we invade the borders of any foreign nation to tear stages like archaeological excavations. It's child's play. We bring the pacifier with the playpen. Say, friend, I really and truly feel it's my duty to steal land from these bougie MCs that don't move me. Draw maps on my loose leaf, commander and crew chief. Conquer continents like Americo Vespucci. I'm about to flip, where's my whip? Q, pass it to me. I'll be quick, draw McGraw, you be Bob and Louie. Let's start whipping these herbs into submission. And slave crews that tried to play you out of position. Listen, we came to tax and somebody's gotta pay. Where there's a whip, there's a way, okay. You want the gold and the loot, not tomorrow but today. Where there's a whip, there's a way, okay. Now coincidentally, I give off energy both physically and mentally, and share fond memories of both my allies and enemies. Before I leave a country, I'll make sure they remember me, cause I'll liberate the natives and blow up the nearest embassy. I took 2 steps forward, he took 2 steps back. I was like, yo, chill, and Q said, let's attack. I'll bring the compass, Q, you bring the map. Pay attention, listen, watch the whip crack. I took 2 steps forward, he took 2 steps back. I was like, yo, chill, nah, son, let's attack. I'll bring the compass, Q, you bring the map. Pay attention, listen, watch the whip crack. Oh no, I'm not De Soto, Marco Polo, Enda, Valdez, Cortez, nor Vasco da Gama. Run with this, when it comes to trips, I'm the best planner. Cousin, I keeps it rugged like the mountains of Montana. This is the new world, but not even Columbus would want this. He'd have to run quick or be tracked down and hunted. I run with aborigines, we's the wrong ones to mess with. Send Italy this message, exit or get your neck slit. And if so, may you all suffer from ripped throats. Look at my whip go. When I flip notes, you can invade me with navies, armadas, ships, boats. I use hip-hop what it was made for, wage war like the Hyksos, and I'll still release. You better dead that. Man, I kill the beef, the buffalo, the ox, cow, the bison, and the wildebeest. You'll feel the heat from your CDs to your record players when I blow spots with my thermonuclear detonator. Lyrically clever since the 3rd grade, hijacking Canadian ships, the French used in the fur trade, but I just wanna flip tracks. Listen as my whip cracks, this nigga rushed the stage, I had to hit him with the pickaxe. Yo, where's the red carpet? You better prepare it for me, cause I come well prepared in enemy territory. I took 2 steps forward, he took 2 steps back. I was like, yo, chill, and Q said, let's attack. I'll bring the compass Q, you bring the map, pay attention. Listen, watch the whip crack. I took 2 steps forward, he took 2 steps back. I was like, yo, chill, nah, son, let's attack. I'll bring the compass Q, you bring the map, pay attention. Listen, watch the whip crack.
But share your fortune with me, and I shall remain silent as the night.
It was the year 1493 of the Common Era. Christopher Columbus, having already colonized several islands in the West Indies and the New World at large, stumbles across a small island with extremely hostile inhabitants. One of his ship's crew, barely alive, reports being captured and nearly eaten by what he describes as only the people.
Greetings, I am known as Jungle Cat 1. Do not fear my appearance, remain calm, do not run. We come from a planet which orbited 2 suns. Now on Earth the era of the Jungle Cat has begun. My name is Wise Fang, the Jungle Cat Elder, leader of the council, the torn spirit welder. When hip-hop was born, I was the first one that held her. Left rappers bewitched and cast spells like Esmeralda. In your planet's history, man has hunted cats. Unwanted raps now get clawed at and scratched. They are no match. With feline rhymes we counteract. No man can escape when jungle cats get attached. I practice cat magic and make catnip drinks. Despite what science thinks, the jungle cats built the Sphinx. Whack raps get catnaps, more than 20 winks. Some cats become extinct like the great Canadian lynx. Every culture on earth have these cats ran through. Founded cities like Catalina and Kathmandu. Over the centuries, the secret cat tribe grew. Heaven help us all when the jungle cats come through. Every evening when the sun goes down, 3 strangers meet on sacred ground to release the animal that mankind won't allow. Take the jungle cat down. Meow, meow. Every evening when the sun goes down, 3 strangers meet on sacred ground to release the animal that mankind won't allow. Take the jungle cat down. Meow, meow. I am the second in command of the Jungle Cat War. Part man and part jaguar, the emperor. Special guest appearance on the Jungle Cat Tour. Before you walk across the stage, obey the Jungle Cat law. Sure, you can run, son, but I tear off your hide. I designed the weapons for the Jungle Cat pride. Get live. Some use words to flatter wisdoms. I bring forth cataclysms, manifested through cat-like mannerisms. My sound rings from the 4-legged ground kings without announcing. Cats remain silent while canines are howling. My slender frame's made for pouncing. I built a catapult to throw MCs from my surroundings and shatter domes. Abandoned cats from tattered homes. I use their cat gun to shoot anti-matter poems. I leave my claw marks to indicate my battle zones. Any human who tests will surely rest in the catacombs. Any cat and mouse tricks. Can they skin a cat? I doubt this. If you try competing, you'll get eaten like Meow Mix. Perfect. Back to the control panel. Same cat, time, same cat, channel. Who likes the way the jungle cats get down? Go meow, 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 meow. Who loves hip-hop? Take the jungle cat vow. Go meow, 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 meow. Earth breaks, shakes, trembles. All jungle cats rise up and assemble. You don't have to cock your Glocks back to be radical like the SWAT cats who stop that. I'll turn your matchbox into a box match. My rhymes will make Father Time turn his clock back and look for me like Star Trek 3, the search for Spock hack. Like you know, I'm known to drop facts over hot tracks, or shall we say, lounging in my alleyway like Top Cat. Take 2 jungle cats and add 1 more, and you've come face to face with the great crazy claw. Open your soul and let the whack leave you. Subtract evil and await the return of the cat people and fans of all ages. The cubs that we speak to, no timidness, limitless boundaries we lead to and keep you laced with feline fatted topics. Jungle cats out, no doubt catastrophic.
Every evening when the sun goes down, three strangers meet on sacred ground to release the animal that mankind won't allow. Take the jungle cat vow. Meow, meow. Every evening when the sun goes down, three strangers meet on sacred ground to release the animal that mankind won't allow. Take the jungle cat vow. Meow, meow. Every evening when the sun goes down, three strangers meet on sacred ground to release the animal that mankind won't allow. Take the jungle cat vow. Meow, meow. Every evening when the sun goes down, three strangers meet on sacred ground to release the animal that mankind won't allow. Take the jungle cat vow. Meow, meow. Days and times as the earth spins faster, I often fantasize about life in the hereafter. Paradise, the afterlife, land of the pleasant. I dream of how my life will be when I get to heaven. I don't embrace the taste of death, but I don't fear it. Visions of heaven draw me near it. Everlasting life in the spirit. I obeyed the commandments and universal laws. I prophesied about heaven. This is what I saw. I was placed in the land of milk and honey. Fascination. I was given powers beyond the average imagination. But peep this. What I saw next left me speechless. In heaven, everyone has the same level of uniqueness. In heaven, there's no greed, no need for worldly things. No diamond-studded rings. Peasants become kings. I don't know about you all, but this is where I've got to live. Where men and women don't have to be so provocative and live as true kings. See it in the way we do things. Intoxicate your minds without that gin and juice that Snoop brings. By far, in heaven, the world is ours. No more drugs, money, and cars. Just suns, moons, and stars reunited with the universal family. The man in me can't wait for heaven to fulfill my wildest fantasies as I search for better days and praise the number 7 when I get to heaven. So fresh, so fly, so fly, right in paradise. So fresh, so fly, right in paradise. Once again, it's the last emperor. These lyrics won't leave you gassed. In heaven, I encounter famous spirits from the past. I crack jokes with black folks like Robin Harris and Red Fox. Lounging with Bob Marley, giving me tips on my dreadlocks. To put it loosely, an angel would introduce me to all these famous people. I learned kung fu from Bruce Lee. The best rhymes on the best labels. Doing shows with Scott LaRock and Prince Messiah on the tables. Discussing politics with Mountie Tongue and Malcolm. By chance, Queen Latifah's brother Lance would do production on my album. Heavenly tracks with heavenly rhyming. Jimi Hendrix on guitar, vocals by Phyllis Hyman. Yes, in heaven, my album would be a smash, generating cash, serving rappers like Arthur Ashe with an uncensored free voice. I can rejoice. Look over there, that's Heavy D's boy, Trouble T. Roy. He's kicking dance steps with Sammy Davis Jr. If I'd have known heaven was gonna be like this, I'd have been here sooner. Where heavenly MCs will be, no robbery, no thievery, no police brutality for Eazy-E. And all of our loved ones that passed away, take it from me, someday we'll all be free like Donny Hathaway. I'll make the world feel my presence until I'm called back to the essence and I get to heaven. So fresh, so fly, so fly, right in paradise. So fresh, so fly, right in paradise. It's like 1 for the physical, 2 for the spirit, 3 for hip-hop that makes your heads bob when you hear it. My mind's in heaven and I'm loving it. No politicians, no government, no Democrats, no Republicans. And other men might create a civilization where hip-hop rules, the emperor rocks the nation. There's no stress in heaven, we all relax. And real lyricists sign record contracts. Not these gun-toting, blood-smoking crossover acts. Lying on wax,
claiming they drop facts. Imagine possibly no animosity or malice, where your home is a palace, sipping wine from a golden chalice, just lounging and living lovely, no one above me. The very thought of it drugs me, just like the track does me. In heaven, people live their lives how they happen to live them, no longer trapped in a prison known as capitalism. No need to boast, why even try to post high? Just give thanks and praise to the Most High, and maybe we can all make it and take it right back to the essence when I get to heaven. So fresh, so fly, my private paradise. So fresh, so fly, my private paradise. What's up, y'all? Let's rap for a second about a special thing that this world is neglecting. Now I was under the impression that love was refreshing, so chill, I'ma still break it down for the session. It's been around since the day this world was born, and since then it has taken many shapes and forms, like the kinship ties, a love between brothers, to the passionate type shared among lovers. Once love is released, it can bring in a peace, the same way I love rocking over these ill beats. It's a treat sweeter than your favorite dessert, but even at the same time, I know love hurts. If your love stands strong, let no one stray it. If someone gives it to you, don't you ever betray it. No matter what the cost, you would be wiser to pay it. I could flip it many ways, but the best way to say it is that everything in life for good love depends. And in case they didn't hear it, won't you tell them again? Sometimes you lose love, though you expect to win. Listen to my story as the record spins. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. I wish I could go back and reverse the time. I didn't think that I could fit it in this verse of mine, but my heart just exploded in a burst of rhymes. And I'm thinking, how could a love 5 years in the making end up in such painful heartbreaking? Somewhere between a boyfriend and a husband, but still I was one road short of the dozen. I should have treated her right, and she would be here tonight. I want to send this brief memo to my ex-wife. If there's one thing you carry for the rest of your life on the subject of love, take my honest advice. When you find that love, girl, share your soul with him. Start a family and grow old with him. If he start acting up, you play the role with him. Ozzie Davis, Ruby D, Tom Cruise, Nicole Kidman can all bear witness to this and say love saved their marriages till this day. It's the most important sign on life's freeway, even at the expense of sounding so cliche. I said, everything in life for good love depends. And in case they didn't hear it, won't you tell them again? Even the best of friends must stop dancing when the music ends. What happens after that good love collapses? Like the phoenix, it can rise from the ashes. But perhaps if that time is never, every time we hear this jam, we'll be dancing together. Whether you drop me or whether I dropped you, I want you to know that I never forgot you. So I write a love song that you and I can rock to, the type of love song that we can do the walk to. Enough love to go around, so spread it. Anybody could get it, even with bad credit. So if your girl want a hug, go give her a hug. I send a shout to the city of brotherly love. And if you love your brother, man, let your brother, man, know it ain't a cat alive so damn tough. He can't show it. If he thought he was, he thank you for telling him so. From the last emperor with that desolate flow. And since it seems that we've come to the end of our show, I'ma leave a little space for the choir to blow and go. I'm just letting y'all know the deal. A love that's hidden must be revealed. Until I find that love that's real. Only with time can my wounds heal.
I'm looking for Susie Wong. Tell me, have you seen her? I need her before I step inside the arena. We lost touch and let Philly come between us. Warrior princess, she's stronger than Xena. I know niggas that can't wait to get between her, but if you get caught with her, it's more than a misdemeanor. My homeboy said she was more beautiful than Selena, so I let him hit it and he fell into a seizure. Caught amnesia from Susie getting tossed up. 5s, 10s, 20s, it don't cost much. Compared to other chicks, they all suck. We lost touch, I heard lately she's dating this kid they call Dutch. They got off to an incredible start. She gave him wild ideas about blowing the charts, and when she broke up with Dutch, it split them apart. I guess she captures a man's mind as well as his heart.
Susie gives me sanctuary. She's a place for me to hide, a place where we get high.
What kind of man am I? Tell me the truth, cause I just can't stand a lie. I can't find her, but I'll still be a man and try. For Susie's affection, I'll punch out a samurai. Made for admiring, no woman's flyer than. She calms me down with the stroke of the violin. She brings peace to streets filled with violence. Put down the guns and let the L start firing. Words I speak send the weak into retirement. Evil Knievel style, straight death defying men. Open the door before I let the empire in. Tell me where she is, break the code of silence. Keeps me hungry, she startles and stuns me. I went from clean cut to low down, dirty and grungy. After one pull in some undiscovered country, no man could ever stop Susie from speaking bluntly.
Susie gives me sanctuary. She's a place for me to hide, a place where we get high.
They tell me time and time again that shit is real. The slightest touch gives Susie the illest feel. Take one pull and watch your flesh turn into steel. I'm seeing red and the stage is like a killing field. She got my eyes so tight I can't open them. No matter how hard I try, I can't focus them. Dangerous rhymes, minds I be blowing them. Far from addictive, ghetto version of opium. All my friends as well as my fans fell in love and gave Susie total command to track it down. I used an intelligent plan, that's why I keep my face hitting like the Elephant Man. I'm telling you, damn, twisted. But even when I'm sober, I hunt Susie like Sean Connery in Red October. Sad to say this relationship is over. It's over. Cause when I found Susie, I had to smoke her.
Susie gives me sanctuary. She's a place for me to hide, a place where we get high. Susie gives me sanctuary. She's a place for me to hide, a place where we get high.
adrenaline rush through my body. Shock me with the most delicate touch. Oh, yes, it's precious, like an elephant tusk. Fine-tuned machine equipped with a pedaling clutch. Fly motorbike with mag wheels, man, I'm rolling right. My words are real and all others are prototypes. Sit home and write during the day or overnight and stay well below the hype. I did it for your delight. I'm a wordsmith, lyrical metallurgist, never nervous, and I'm always down to serve kids. No mistaking, I got a way of making my words fit, crashing it. Even my accidents have a purpose. The ringmaster, treat the stage like a circus. Hip hop's my job, and I'm careful of who I work with. From the deaf, the dumb, the blind, the learned, get it right, 'cause tonight we might blow a circuit. They used to walk right by, that's for real. This year they can't deny, that's for real. Finally, here's your chance to show skill, say that's for real. Made the proper sacrifice, that's for real. They all know who's the nicest, that's for real. Finally, here's your chance to show skill, say that's for real. I tear down stages without regrets. Show me one, and if I haven't housed it yet, I'll come and blast it. But I'm not talking about the tech. I'll put words together in any alphabet. Now, who dares to challenge me next? Please speak up now, out of respect, before you decide to battle me next. Think twice and take a brief reality check. But yet, I'm like the coolest ruler you've ever met, with one hand in my pocket like Alanis Morissette, pulling out rhymes that will amaze you. Every line I write is a technological breakthrough. Hey you, are you willing to pay dues? Rock with the rhythm, I'm giving the fake blues. Now run out and tell everybody the great news. There's a new kid that's out with the power to slay crews. They used to walk right by, that's for real. This year they can't deny, that's for real. Finally, here's your chance to show skill, say that's for real. Made the proper sacrifices, that's for real. Now they all know who's the nicest, that's for real. Finally, here's your chance to show skill, say that's for real. Now if you like hot beats and doing it in the streets, right on, right on, right on, right on. If you've ever been attacked and you ready to fight back, fight on, fight on, fight on, fight on. Keep it on, don't stop it. Blast like a rocket. I rhyme for pleasure, not monetary profit. Watch the imp drop it, that ill type of logic. Lyrics larger than life, way beyond microscopic. You could smoke 10 dimes, recite your best 10 rhymes, and still couldn't manage to damage or even bend minds or stop the upward motion. I'm floating on an incline, 1,000 watts of hip hop in my molecules and enzymes. In time, you'll realize the end results. Doing this, I influence kids and adults for bending foes without the latest trend in clothes. Best believe on me, you'll depend the most to reveal it. When others try to conceal it, kidnap it and steal it. After they heard it, I heal it. And when it recovers from illness, watch the guard pull out cards and deal with that for real. They used to walk right by, that's for real. But this year they can't deny, that's for real. Finally, here's your chance to show skill, say that's for real. Made the proper sacrifice, that's for real. Now they all know who's the nicest, that's for real. Finally, here's your chance to show skill, say that's for real. They used to walk right by, that's for real. But this year they can't deny, that's for real. Finally, here's your chance to show skill, say that's for real. Made the proper sacrifice, that's for real. Now they all know who's the nicest, that's for real. Finally, here's your chance to show skill, say that's for real. As I sit back and reminisce about the first time I read the book of Genesis, and I realized that the Creator gave man rule and domain over all animals. Everything that swimmeth in the oceans, that flieth in the sky, that creepeth on land, everything under my command, to withstand, reprimand. And I realized what many other people could never see. I realized that all of those animals were really me. The Wild MC. Who's that legendary man that captured rappers by the tools? Part man and part animal like the kind you find in zoos. Imagine being hunted and confronted by rival crews. The emperor takes the form of any animal I choose. You don't have the skill for this, man destroys, I'm rebuilding this. Watch me run through the industry like the wilderness. It's the return of the mic king. If I catch a whack rapper hiking, not to my liking, I stalk my prey before striking. There's no time to be rational or diplomatic. I'd rather have it wild like National Geographic. When MCs set up snares and jungle traps, my humble raps become ferocious like jungle cats with two fangs. Take the advice of Wu-Tang. Protect your neck or you'll get bicycle kicked like Liu Kang. I lie in wait as you violate all my jungle laws. I become a black panther with paws and razor sharp claws. My cat form gives me the ability to pounce with the grace and agility of a tiger. They fire shots, so it's killing me. 3 MCs run in different directions and sections. I transform into a cheetah, I bet I can catch it in seconds. Now as a human, my lyrics are the most pleasing, but in the form of a lion, I aim straight for your throat region. There's no reason for you to venture where my caves are. I possess the speed of a puma, like Marshall Bravestar. Word is born, the emperor be the dawn, chasing rap crooks out of my jungle book like Shere Khan. Your days are numbered, your rap styles are going under. Stunned ya. Some rap clown tried to hunt me down like Craven the Hunter. See around my way, this is how we do intruders. Mankind can't rhyme like the true lion of Judah.
Down goes another rapper. Down goes another rapper. Down goes another rapper. Down goes another rapper.
Dip, dip, dive. I socialize with sharp knives in the dark part of the jungle where Tarzan cannot survive. I've been on the trail of an MC, followed your scent, secretly invaded your camp and got all up in your tent. Invent rhymes out of the norm and I transform into a cobra. Inject venom into your system, now your rap career is over. Told ya, I am the inventor who transforms like the fensor. Made from the finest leaders on earth like Serpentor. You rap fakes, best to slam on the brakes as my stylizer wait like a diamondback skate. But wait, when MC saw me slither in, he let his tool click.
Fire gunshot,
wow.
He caught the mule kick.
Straight to the dome, I had to drop the disbeliever. And right before his eyes, I took the form of a zebra. His hunting crew pulled out rifles of all types, so I politely took flight, shook off my black and white stripes. I'm still a horse, of course, but now a bronco. And when I charge, things will always fall apart like Okonkwo. Come at me with the wrong flow, I swell heads like bells from the Gong Show. It's Jamal, that great gorilla from the Congo. But wait, those other 2 MCs thought they could rhyme great with lines like these. I swing through the trees like a primate. From a vine I hung, when MC ducked when I swung. He knew my arms were powerful like Mighty Joe Young. Now here's a side note to add on to the session. Go ask Roddy McDowell, or maybe Charlton Heston, about the emperor on wax, CDs and tapes, and they'll say there's no escape from the planet of the apes. The apes.
Down goes another rapper. Down goes another rapper. Down goes another rapper. Down goes another rapper.
From the jungles of Guyana to the Alps of Nova Scotia, who quotes the lyrics that are too ferocious for poachers. The last imp who lyrically remains tax exempt. No lie, I get you high like a good Indian batch of hemp. Yep, no rap job is too tough for me to tackle. I am the Egyptian god Anubis, body of a man, head of a jackal. Back to attack you, it's the black Jew. On stage I go into a rage like the Minotaur, and in my maze is where I trap you. See, most MCs front the roll like psychotics. I'm high-tech like robotics, deep like undersea aquatics. And I break the sort of mics that no human could ever repair. Let me dive into the ocean and catch rappers down there. Well, what do you know? It seems we have an intruder here, searching for a buried treasure, flipping rhymes in his scuba gear.
Yo, I know you, man.
Man, I'm hot like Atlanta. We about to do battle like Aquaman and Black Manta. I bring forth the ancient spirits from the deep. Too live to describe, it's just some stuff you gotta peep. I become a great black shark and my length is 20 feet. Into Davy Jones' locker is where I put that ass to sleep. The other diver, he had a flow sort of identical, but now I'm an octopus with 84-inch tentacles. As far as skills, he doubted the emperor's, so I wrapped around his neck and then I crushed his vocal cords. The last MC knew the deal, decided to pull his steel. I think it's time for him to feel the shock of a black electric eel. For real, I threw rap notes filled with boats. That brother swam for land like Captain Ahab. I crushed his boat, then I became the worst animal of all, the last emperor of MCs, aka Hassan Jamal. The all-knowing, all-powerful, time-consuming. That's when I realized the deadliest animal was human. It's like 1 for the microphone, 2 for the camera, 3 for deadbeats, vagabonds, panhandlers, street scramblers.
alleyway managers, substance abusers, born losers, might damage us. Everybody screaming, representing, keep it real. But I'm still a worthless bum trying to get a record deal. Beat my lingo, and every wise word the man speaks. I've been living on the streets and haven't showered for weeks. But time moves forward, there's no looking back. I'm homeless in pursuit of a record contract. I wish my whole crew was paid in full like Rakims. Instead we're malnourished with skeleton-like limbs. Instead of a Land Cruiser with BBS rims, I got a busted pair of boots and they're not even Timbs. See, most MCs claim their pockets stay knotted, putting money in the bank, but point blank I ain't got it. I used to pump drums for money in lump sums, but now I snatch crumbs with 1,000 young bums. I'm forever fresh. What I still possess remains measureless. My brain contains jewels and gems like a treasure chest. Raw deal, no lie, that's the real. And I can't remember the last time I had a hot meal. Society labels me a bum and that's right. My crew keeps it tight. Bums of the world, let's unite. This one's for all the neighborhood bums, to all my brothers in the gutters, in the slums, and every city, no matter where you're from. To all my boys, make noise if you're a bum. This one's for all the neighborhood bums, to all my brothers in the gutters, in the slums, and every city, no matter where you're from. To all my boys, make noise if you're a bum. Allow me to explain the mission, the pain infliction. I entertain, so listen. My style rocks like Jane's addiction. MCs don't impress me, they know not to test me. We'll be at each other's throats like Mr. Belvedere and Wesley. Especially when whack rappers open up their mouth traps. They know not to tangle with these bums from the outback. You see, you can't miss what you've never had. The life of a bum really isn't half bad. We're never alone cause bums travel in packs. We combine fine lyrics with underground tracks. We rock the best shows, placing MCs on stress mode. You can tell a fellow bum from his raggedy dress code. We rock raggedy kicks and wear raggedy pants. We rock raggedy mics and sing raggedy chants like the bums have a right to lay down the law. The bum train is leaving from track number 4. The bummy engineer is the last emperor. Hard rock like the thing from the Fantastic Four. While most MCs rhyme about guns and shooting, I drop science on their domes just like Sir Isaac Newton. Big up the Q in Brownsville that never runs. Lift up your fist and shout, long live the bums. This one's for all the neighborhood bums, to all my brothers in the gutters, in the slums, and every city, no matter where you're from. To all my boys, make noise if you're a bum. Crack your brew, light your spliff, it don't make a diff. Creamy like peanut butter, choosy mothers choose Jif. Overlord of the poor, man not a myth. It's the last emperor that you don't wanna flex with. I place mental lacerations and lesions on MCs in domestic and foreign regions. I might be flat broke, but read the book of Ephesians. The emperor switches up styles every season. In the spring I do my thing, relax and that's it. In the summer, just like a pirate, I attack ships. The winter may be my favorite one of all, but Jamal is a legend of the fall, just like Brad Pitt. I'm known to lyrically blast shots on behalf of the have-nots. Lock it down with the sound equipped with chains and padlocks. No gadgets, no gimmicks, no tricks up my sleeve. And I won't play the Superman role like Christopher Reeve. See, you can learn a lot from a dummy. Keep it real, no better yet in 98, let's keep it bummy. Being broke is no problem, you don't have to rob. But if you're frustrated cause you can't find a job, have no fear, the emperor's here to help ya. Respect to all my bums, I'll catch you back at the shelter.
From the ruggedest click. Man, ain't nobody fucking with this. Set free, how we moving them back? Is we using the track gats or aluminum bats? Come on. Yeah, cousin, I ain't mad at you, but I'm mad at dudes, plus I got an attitude. Man, you see the way we act? He's the quarterback, I'm running on this track. Nah, take that back, I'm a maniac. Here to rearrange these raps and bang these cats. You wanna bang with these hammers? Let's go. You wanna bang with this grammar? Let's go. But you don't want the handheld joint to explode, cause I'ma blow a hole like the USS Cole.
I play my role, put out these dope vocals. Hip-hop's my job, this time I go postal. They started the war, now they want peace, because they see the emperor's fury unleashed. This is hardcore hip-hop, ain't nothing soft. Motherfucker, here's where the gloves come off. When y'all fake-ass producers, your shit ain't been knocking for years, and you wanna front on my project, and y'all rappers that claim to be conscious, walking around talking that nonsense. You just as scared to walk through the hood as the ignorant rapper is to pick up a book. And the time that it took to give me those looks, you could've defended yourself from this hard right hook called the banger.
Last him got him shook cause he red hot. Tiye Phoenix on your hook and make your head nod. This banger is for real, so let it ride. And try to front up on the skills, yo, they better not. Last him got him shook cause he red hot. Tiye Phoenix on your hook and make your head nod. Kept banging underground till they said stop. Now we putting bangers in the market, so let it
Check
ride.
it out, I bang heavily, I bang strong. I bang this on enemies that did me wrong. My apologies, I know it's been too long. To the industry, this is my redemption song. I'm too strong, you can't overpower these raps. From West Philly to Brooklyn to Cali and back, I ran my game with no salary cap. When it had to be fat, I brought the calories back, cause I bang for mine, I don't dine on free meals. The man that you thought was a myth, oh he's real. 3 years and I've been through 3 deals. Nigga, ask around about the MC skills. Ask Jimmy Iovine, ask Dr. Dre, ask those cats over rap raucous today. Ask the lyricists lounge, see what they all say about the diabolical scientist Mr. Gray. I was bout it then and I'm bout it today. No more album delay, get that out of the way. You see, I've been doing this ever since the 8th grade. That's 5,861 days, 12 hours, about 55 minutes. And I'm still here, did you ever think I quit? I mean, the least you could do is entertain my clip. Turn the volume up, nigga, bang my shit. The banger.
Last him got him shook cause he red hot. Tiye Phoenix on your hook and make your head nod. This banger is for real, so let it ride. And try to front up on the skills, yo, they better not. Last him got him shook cause he red hot. Tiye Phoenix on your hook and make your head nod. Kept banging underground till they said stop. Now we putting bangers in the market, so let it ride.
Yeah, let my shit bang loudly. Play it in the hood for dudes that act rowdy. See me in the street, speak, but don't crowd me. I don't need a click, I'll pack my shit proudly. Out west, I guess niggas that say howdy. Ladies say, like Francesco Rinaldi. Had to quote it, baby girl, that's alright. I'm fully loaded and equipped to bang all night. She said you getting it started. I'm begging your pardon. You should be begging me instead of Ricky Martin. Cause all they gotta do is bring that big thing near me. I introduce them to the Big Bang Theory, the banger.
Last him got him shook cause he red hot. Tiye Phoenix on your hook and make your head nod. This banger is for real, so let it ride. And try to front up on the skills, yo, they better not. Last him got him shook cause he red hot. Tiye Phoenix on your hook and make your head nod. Kept banging underground till they said stop. Now we putting bangers in the market, so let it ride.
Banger.
You about to feel the chronicles of a bionic
MC. Night falls in the age of surreal. I perfected mic wrecking at the radio fields. Upon examination, it was later revealed I was dedicated to kill like an agent from S.H.I.E.L.D. Competition is next to nil. Those left chose death or respect my skill. This is all the way live, not a test to drill. Funky fresh in the flesh is real. Twisted steel, a sex appeal. I got the will. Armed and dangerous and dressed to kill. Now can the man make it pop when a drum beat drop? I reply, oh yes I will. I'm just that ill. The $6 trillion man. You can't sit still, you just gotta dance. And after that you'll be calling me the master. Better, bigger, stronger, and much faster. 6 Trill, call me the 6 Trill. And when I'm rocking the house, it's a big deal. Yeah, you know you gotta dance. Yeah, I got a lot of fans. It's the $6 trillion man.
You're fucking with the last emperor.
The 6
Trill.
Half man, half mechanical.
I'm an emperor whose empire crushes the poor.
You're fucking with the last emperor.
The 6
Trill.
You about to feel the chronicles of a bionic MC.
The
$6 trillion man's back on the scene, the super supreme, lean, mean, killing machine. I pack a laser blaster that'll get rid of your team. Too much action to fit on your screen. Devastator, word creator of rhymes when I kick 'em. A Terminator built by Cyberdyne systems. Powerful perpetrators die when I hit 'em. With every aim, I'm claiming 5 to 9 victims. And I'm sure I can take out 9 more before they figure out exactly what they died for. This is no ordinary plan, this is my war. I am no ordinary man, I'm a cyborg, and I'm a ride for. The science team said any all challenges will be met. All violent violators will meet death in a not so distant future where still meets flesh. I am the 6 Trill, 6 Trill. Call me the 6 Trill. And when I cruise around the way, I push a big wheel. Yeah, I got a lot of fans. Sucker rappers, you ain't got a chance against the $6 trillion man.
You're fucking with the last emperor.
The 6 Trill.
Half man, half mechanical.
I'm an emperor whose empire crushes the born.
You're fucking with the last emperor.
The 6 Trill. You're about to feel the chronicles of a bionic MC.
Half man, half machine, my raps deploy. Dominate, decimate, and at last destroy. Without compassion, I'm blasting assassin droid. Rappers get dealt with and melted like plastic toys. I'm so rugged, a certified threat to the public. Personalized death and destruction. MCs get fried and electrified trying to touch it. Without a $6 trillion budget, bust it doesn't seem probable or highly illogical. Both sight and sound, my audio and optical. Strength beyond belief, I achieve the impossible. I'm more bionic than bionical, and these are my chronicles. To clean up the wicked and filthy, serve justice on those that are guilty. 24 scientists were forced to rebuild me, to take revenge on an industry that thought that it killed me. I'm a 6 Trill.
You're fucking with the last emperor.
The 6
Trill. Half man, half mechanical.
I'm an emperor whose empire crushes the born.
You're fucking with the last emperor.
The 6 Trill. You're about to feel the chronicles of a bionic MC.
King T, played like a fucking piano, one of my favorite joints. Dun it, dun, dun, dun. I love King T. Who else? Gia, we got my man MC8. Did he come to New York to do this? He's so officially West Coast. Gia.